Hello students, today we will take up a poem from your Beehive books. The title of the poem is On Killing a Tree and it is written by Jeev Patel. Let us discuss the title of the poem, that is On Killing a Tree. It is absolutely clear that on killing a tree it is about the cutting of the trees. Here poet says that you must have observed people cutting down trees, but can they kill a tree? Is it easy to do so? He says that what do you think that in one strike with your axe or with your knife you can cut down a tree? Is it really very simple to cut it? No, it's really very difficult because it takes a tree years to grow up by taking nutrients from the soil or by taking sunlight and making its trunk so strong. So it is not so easy to cut down it. So the poet has discussed here many steps of cutting down a trees. The main motive of the poet in this poem, through this poem, is to make people emotional about the trees, so that the people start thinking about them, that they are also living beings like us and trees should not be cut down. So here the poet is telling us the steps that how does a tree die. Let us begin the poem. First stanza. It takes much time to kill a tree. Not a simple jab of a knife will do it. It has grown, slowly consuming the earth, rising out of it, feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, air and water, and out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. First of all, let us take up the difficult words meaning. Jab. Jab means forceful stroke. Consuming the earth means getting food from earth. Rising means coming. Leprous means, leprous hide here means discolored bark. You must have seen the trunk of tree. It is somewhere very dark, somewhere light brown or dark brown, means it is discolored. That is known as discolored bark. You must have seen people suffering with leprosy disease, in which their skin is somewhere very light or somewhere very dark, means patches are there on their skins. So from there that word leprous hide has been taken. And sprouting means producing. In this stanza the poet wants to say that it is very difficult to kill a tree. It is not an easy task. We cannot cut down a tree with one strike of a knife only. It takes so much time and effort to cut the trunk of the tree, because the tree takes so many years to grow its trunk. It gets food from the earth and coming out of it and feeding upon its crust, absorbing years of sunlight, and for so many years it consumes sunlight, air and water. Then out of its leprous hide sprouting leaves. Then leaves produce from the different parts of the tree. So in this stanza the poet actually wants to say that it is not very easy to kill a tree or cut down a tree, as a tree first is a plant and from plant it converts into a tree. It takes him so many years to become a tree, to make its trunk so strong after taking sunlight, air, water and food from the earth's crust. So it is very difficult to kill any tree. Now let us see the second stanza. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. Not so much pain will do it. The bleeding bark will heal, and from close to the ground will rise curled green twigs, miniature boughs, which if unchecked will expand again to former size. First difficult words meaning. Hack means cut roughly by striking heavy blows. Chop means to cut. Bleeding bark means to come out blood, means whenever there is cut on our skin, blood comes from there. And as we try to cut the trunk of a tree, sap comes out of it. Sap means liquid. Any liquid comes out of it, and the poet is relating sap with the blood. Heel means to recover. Twig means small branches, and boughs means branches, and miniature means very small. In this stanza, poet wants to say that if you are using your knife or axe roughly on the tree to cut it down, it won't do it, means it will not cut down. He says that if you try to cut down the trunk of a tree, sap comes out of it, liquid comes out of it, and slowly that will be healed, that will be recovered. Okay, and after some time, small twigs, green twigs will start coming out from that place where you have cut down, and it will again be converted into a tree. He says that if you simply cut down the tree, chop down the tree, it will not kill them. It is not easy to kill any tree. After some time, that wound will be healed from where the tree is being cut, and small twigs will start growing from that point again. Now let us take up the third stanza. No, the root is to be pulled out of the anchoring earth. It is to be roped, tied, and pulled out, snapped out, or pulled out entirely, out from the earth cave, and the strength of the tree exposed, the source white and wet, the most sensitive hidden for years inside the earth. Let us take up the difficult words first. Anchoring earth. What does it mean? Trees are held securely with the help of the roots in the earth. Means the earth used to hold the trees tightly with it. Snapped out means chopped out. Chopped out means to take out from the roots. In this stanza, the poet wants to say that if you want to kill any tree, not cut, but if you want to kill it, then you will have to take out the roots from under the earth, because the roots are spread into the earth very deep. So if you want to kill the tree, you will have to take the roots out from the earth. Then further he says that you will have to tie the tree with the help of ropes, then pull it out from the earth cave. Means where the roots are spread inside the earth, you have to take out the roots from the inside, then you can kill it. He says that the roots which are inside the earth are white and wet, and these are the most sensitive part of the tree, which are hidden for years inside the earth. Now let us take up the last stanza. Then the matter of scorching and choking in sun and air, browning, hardening, twisting, withering, and then it is done. Scorching and choking means the drying up of the tree after being uprooted. Here the poet says that after you will uproot the tree, it will start drying after some time. When trees will stop getting nutrients from the earth, then the drying process will start. And after some time, in sun and air, its color will become brown, and its trunk will become very hard. It will twist and wither. Wither means murjha jana, and after that, after some time, it will die. So this is a poem on killing a tree, and as you can see that it is very sensitive poem, and the poet wants to convey a message that stop cutting trees, stop killing trees, because he considers trees as a living being like us. The poet wants to make us feel emotional through this poem, and he wants us not to cut trees, not to kill trees. Now let us see the literary devices used in the poem. First of all, there is no rhyme scheme used in the poem. The poem is written in free verse. The next device used throughout the poem is enjambment. Enjambment is used when 2 or 3 sentences are continued to the next line and no punctuation marks are used at the end of that, means same sentence continues to the next line, that is called enjambment. As you can see in second line, not a simple jab of the knife will do it. After knife you can see that no punctuation marks are used. It means the same sentence continues to the next line. So this is called enjambment. Actually, enjambment device is used at many places in the poem. As you can see, second stanza, first line. So hack and chop, but this alone won't do it. After chop, no punctuation mark is used. So this device is used in the whole poem. Now next literary device used in stanza 1 is metaphor. Metaphor is when you compare two things, not directly but indirectly, not by using as or like, but we are comparing two things indirectly, that is metaphor. Here you can see leprous hide. Here the trunk of the tree is being compared with a deceased person with leprosy. Like a person suffering from leprosy disease has patchy skin, as the tree trunk has the leprous hide. Now in stanza 2 we can see the use of alliteration device. Alliteration is the repetition of two or more consonant sounds at two or more consecutive words. As you can see in bleeding bark, ba sound is being repeated. This is called alliteration. And here metaphor device is also used in bleeding bark, as the bleeding of a person is being compared with the bleeding of tree. As sap comes out when we cut a tree, when the cut the trunk of a tree, same it is compared with the bleeding. So here sap is compared with blood in bleeding bark. In stanza 3 alliteration device is used. As you can see, white and wet, here wo sound is being repeated. Another device used in stanza 3 is repetition. Whenever any word or any sentence is being repeated to lay emphasis on that is called repetition. Here in third stanza you can see pulled out. These words are repeated 3 times in the stanza. Pulled out. Here the poet has laid emphasis to take out the roots from the earth to kill the tree. That's why to lay emphasis on pulled out, this repetition is used. So that's all about the poem. I explained the poem and also discussed the literary devices. Thank you so much.